G'day everyone. Weekly wrap this week. We're doing it from down at. I'm doing it from down at Anglesey. I've just got the boys down here at a BMX/mountain bike track. So hopefully I don't have to dash one of them off to hospital. They're riding around like madmen down here, and there's a few other kids down here as well. So I suppose I want to touch on first off. Just there goes one of my boys past now. Suppose I just want to touch on. What's been going on in the world first. Obviously, Melbourne Metro's been locked down. They've got 6 weeks of tough times, and we're thinking about them here, as in we're thinking about, they're doing the right thing by us here, and they're getting locked down, and they're doing the hard yards. So hopefully, all you guys can get through it, and we'll come out the other end a lot stronger. So really appreciate what all you guys are doing down there for us. I'm obviously in Bendigo, so I can still move around now. I can still cart some horses around and go and see trainers under certain restrictions and stuff like that. So that, obviously that helps us a lot out in a point of view of what's going on in Melbourne. So keep your chin up down there, because we do really appreciate it from our side of it. Also, I think Lee and Rob are organising. Stay tuned; it'll be in the newsletter, but. Just because it's tough times, maybe some virtual drinks. So I'm not sure what kind of format he's going to do it on, whether it's house party or Zoom or whatever. But just on a Friday night, we can hold anyone who wants to log in and catch up with people and have a drink, a beer or a red wine or whatever. We can do that and have a bit of a chit chat to try and stay in touch as well. So have a look and stay tuned for that. We'll get something out to you so that you can see it, and it'd be nice to catch up with everyone and see some friendly faces, because 2 weeks ago we thought we'd be seeing you back at the track. So doesn't look like that's going to happen for a while. One positive I can say is that Racing Victoria did a great job last time, and I guarantee they'll do a great job this time. They know all the protocols, and they know what they need to do and how they need to deal with it, and they've been on top of it the whole way. So I don't think this time's going to be any different, and hopefully racing keeps going to try and keep putting smiles on people's faces. So just want to touch on the runners from last week. Only had the one runner. Kal-El went to Warwick Nabil 1800. He was okay. It was a leader's track. We thought it was probably going to get a little bit wetter than what it was. They marked it down as a heavy 8, and they nearly ran 2 track records in the first 2 races. So I think he went okay. Got stuck behind probably a slow one. Angled out. Worked to the line like a horse that once further, 2,000, even 2,400. He keeps coming, but he just keeps coming at the one speed. So there's a win very close around the corner, and I think once you see him out over 2,000 with a set of blinkers on, our money will be on as well. So keep out and watch out for that. We were going to run him at Matoa, but I think Mitch has just thought a little bit better of it and just find a nice race for him in the next 7 days. So that was our only runner from last week. This week we've got a few going round. So on Monday, Rob gave me a call and just said the noms have been extended for a listed race, a nice listed race for Crone on Saturday. We were going to hang on and go to the Gay Waterhouse, but this race kind of shaped pretty well. There was only 11 noms. When they came out, they extended the noms, and it was a 1,400 metre quality. It was a listed race over 1,400, which meant she got in really well at the weights. She's drawn barrier 2, so we've decided that we're going to head round there on Saturday. There's only really one horse to beat. It's a horse that's rising up in class. I mean, it won a Class 6 last start, and its form's been pretty good, but it's stepping up, into listed company, and it's probably the hardest field it's met in a long time. It's going to go around $2.10 favourite. We're going to go around about $5.50, and I know which one I'd like to be on. At $5.50 each way, I think she represents absolutely super value. She'll get a nice run. She'll settle a lot closer than what she has been from gate 2. Taylor Marshall's going to ride her. Taylor is the son of Johnny Marshall, the Melbourne Cup winning trainer. He's a really good jockey up there. He's a good lightweight jockey. They're struggling for 54 kilo jockeys up there. So all the people at Brad Stewart, Jimmy Byrne, all those people that rode her before just couldn't make the weights. So and even Bailey, the stable jockey for Tony, couldn't make the weights either. So we'll go with Taylor. Hopefully he gives her a really nice run and just gets out at the right time, and we just get her heading across the line. It'll be absolutely awesome. She deserves a win. She deserves to win this campaign because she's been racing absolutely super. Our other runner, Andre Montagna, ran back into form, even though his run 2 starts back was pretty good at Caulfield. we felt that he ran really well last start. Just got picked by one that got up on the inside. He does find a way of getting beat sometimes, this horse, but when he's in this frame of mind and he's in a good, happy attitude, he's always really competitive. He's over there with David Jolly. We left him over there. David Jolly's got some beach facilities, and we had some really nice videos come through of him on the beach. So, he's loving life over there. Goes there in just as good a condition. Meets a similar type of field, probably a little bit better off the weights. He meets the winner 1.5 kilos better. There's a couple of other horses in there that will be pretty competitive. They're kind of up-and-coming horses, but we draw barrier 3 to get a really nice run. Caitlin Jones will ride again. She'll give him a really nice run, and fingers crossed he can. He's another one that get his head across the line. Worst case scenario, we have an all up the place. Draymond Tagner Crone, I reckon that's nearly a dead set certainty, but there's no such thing as certainties in life, but that'd be a pretty good bet. Our other runners, we've got 3 in at Tassie. They're up and going now, Tassie. We've got RDD2, who was pretty much a certainty beaten last start, so he should cop a pretty good ride from gate 5. 1350 is actually ideal. I'm really looking forward to seeing him go around over 1350 with a set of blinkers on. He ran a really nice race in Adelaide last season, over 1300. Then we backed him up over 1400 at Warrnambool, and he just got nailed the last 50. So I reckon 1350 is absolutely ideal. I know he hasn't won beyond 1300, but I think this could be the time, so he'll be another one. So there are 3 best hopes for the weekend. Elton Song goes round over 1650, D-Day for him, but he's getting out over his right distance, and the real Elton Song that concentrates properly and breathes properly will probably be winning this race. The other Elton Song could be getting 20 lengths, so we'll sit back and watch that, but we really need to see an improvement from him. Patamina steps up to 1350. He'll be really competitive. Obviously, he went around over 1100 last start just as a pipe opener or a blowout, and never got in the race, never got in the screen, because they kind of skated along, and where everyone's jumped out is where they finished. No one really made a lot of ground. He picked up a little bit of ground at the end, but obviously we're looking to get him, being by Adelaide, get him out over a bit further ground. Monday, we've got Haley's Lightning. She's back. Filly that had a bit of a really bad paddock accident. She's bounced back. She's a tough little filly. She's only small, but I feel that she'll run well. She's got a maiden kind of in her very soon. She'll go around at Matoa Monday. She was really good first up at Echuca. Probably should have just about won in her first ever start, and then was pretty disappointing, but she was a bit over the top at Kyneton the start after that. So I reckon she'll be somewhere around about the mark as well. After that, any other news we've got going on? So that's all our runners from last week and this week. Other news we've got going on, where our Rich Enough filly has finished breaking in. She's having a couple of weeks out, then we're going to get her back to Josh's and work through education. Broke in really well, very, very sensible filly. Nice long stride on her, and really happy with she's at. She's rugged up and over the road, so she'll have a nice coat on her, and I'll get her back in a couple of weeks, and I reckon she'll go well. There is a couple of shares still left in her. Obviously, at these times they've been selling a little bit slower, but don't miss out on her. She's a nice filly, and whatever happens, I think she'll make a really nice broodmare, because she's got a great constitution, great look about her, and she's a big, strong filly. So generally they make the really good broodmares. We've got our Prasant Saloon filly Marita. She's in the middle of breaking in now. She's a little grey filly. She's ticking along really well. We've also got our Nakoni filly at Mitch's. Just had enough. She did really well. Mitch was really impressed with her, so she'll go to the paddock for 4 weeks. Scottish Dance is doing a good job. I've reported on him. Of other runners, Gold Bracelet's marching around Caulfield like she owns the joint. That's from Mick Kent's words or his mouth directly. So she'll be really looking forward to getting her go round. Just the same horses I've been over the last few weeks with the weekly wrap. So they'll all be going around at Sun Stage over the spring. Outside of that, there is still a few shares left in our press statement. Colt, Jeremy went and had a look at him the other day. He bought him at the sales and was really impressed with where he got to from when he was bought at Adelaide to where he is now, been broken in. He's having a bit of time off at Stonehouse, doing a bit of education work there, and then we'll get him back across, and Josh will get stuck into him the next week or two. So definitely keep an eye out. I think there might be about 10 or 15% left in him. I know Jeremy reckons it's the nicest horse he's bought for the year. Archie Alexander, the trainer, who's doing a great job. I think he got a really nice winner again the other day, so don't miss out there. Besides that, I'm going to get back to these kids to make sure none of them have come down to injury. They're flying over these jumps like they're bulletproof, but that'll end pretty quick if one of them comes off. So thanks to everybody. As I said, keep your chin up there in Melbourne. We are thinking of you. We really appreciate everything it's doing, and hopefully we can get this virus under control, the second wave, really quickly, and we can all again look back on it in 6 or 7 months and go, just write this year off as a shitty year, and we can start again next year. All right, thanks guys.